Ooh, look at that house. We got our main level going up right now, so I thought it was time to do another video. Welcome back to The Christmas Couple Builds a House. New name for this series, just thought of it just now. Great name, love the name. Here we are on the main level. What you have here is a little over 4,000 square feet. And the main level is going to contain rooms like the primary bedroom, the kitchen, and then also some cool rooms like a scullery and a pantry and a library. It's just got a lot of things on it that we absolutely love, and we decided why not share it with you. So let's start on the left side of the house and make our way through.
So here we are in the mud room. I'm actually really stoked about this room. We're not going to have that black and white tile. The tile is actually what's pictured here, and it's got a really cool geometric design of the kind of like stars and then the crosses, X's. So it'll add that dimension to it without being really loud, more subtle, and they're gonna mimic that pattern on the actual cabinet doors so that there is ventilation, which is something I hadn't really thought about and I think is actually really brilliant. If you ever have like a wet coat or something, you put it in there, there's ventilation, but it's still artistic. Also, something we needed here was a lot of shoe storage. Something right now, it just ends up getting kind of cluttered in the front room. So knowing that we'll have specific shoe storage for all of us, we're really stoked about that. If you were to ask me my favorite, most excited element of the house that we're building, I would probably tell you the workout room, but a very close second is the scullery and the pantry. I'm really into organizing and labeling and having a space where I can actually do that. Other than like a teeny tiny pantry, I'm stoked. So a scullery was a word that I guess I had heard in my life, but now actually makes sense. It is basically like a secondary kitchen. It's a hidden kitchen. We're gonna have a sink and there's gonna be tons of counter space over there so that I can actually plug in all of the appliances that we want accessible, but we don't necessarily want out on the kitchen counters. So we're talking blender, air fryer, crock pot, Instapot, that kind of stuff to where it's already there. It's plugged in, it's ready to go. There's counter space to use it, but it doesn't have to be out. And so they're gonna be these cute little areas. They're not like ugly, wanna hide away, but there are these pocket doors that you can go from the passageway into the scullery and then the scullery into the pantry. You can have those open or you can close them off when you don't want that amplified. There is also a doorway to it from the kitchen. So you can get to the pantry through a door on the right side if you're looking at the stove. And then there's a door that will get you to the passageway directly into the scullery from there. The cabinets are going to look, and the drawers are going to look very similar to that's in the kitchen. So that'll have a nice flow to it. We're going to have white quartz countertops. They're going to be beautiful. And I went with a green. It's a deep, really like delicious, beautiful green. It's not too dark. It's not too bright. It's really going to flow really well, I think. Green that we have in this picture here is not the actual green that it's going to be. It's similar, but it's not the exact shade.
Next up is the gourmet kitchen. It has a few things that Louise definitely wanted, which was a sink that kind of looks out onto the driveway in the front, and you see that there at the bottom of the screen. And then she also wanted an island with no sink inside of it. So you see that there as well. She wanted the sink to be separate from the island so that the prep area could be completely separate from the food placement hangout area. We're going to have a wolf range and sub-zero refrigerator. The kitchen itself is going to have these giant cross beams that go across the top, and that theme is going to transfer as well into the living room, that those beams will be different. There's going to be this archway with the shelf on top of it. That's going to be kind of the design look for the oven area. And then they're also going to put this little hidden spice rack cabinet thing tucked behind the vent hood area. This next picture kind of vibes with what the color scheme is going to look like as far as the cabinets go into what the cabinets may actually look like, which is a mix between glass covered and then your standard just cabinetry. Also, we noticed that we had these two ovens on the wall in our plans, and we're going to take those out and turn that into kind of a coffee morning station where Louise can get like an espresso machine that's built into the wall, and then underneath it have like a whole coffee prep area for the mornings.
I want to take a second to give a huge shout out to Lindsey Jones at Balzer, who has done such an amazing job architecture-wise, helping us get this house amazing and just right for us and making sure that the space is beautiful and homey and well laid out. She's phenomenal. This is our great room, living room space. It's nice, wide open while still having that homey feel, which is, I think, really difficult to do, but they've done really well. There's going to be a fireplace. We are going to have a TV above it. We decided we really like having it on in the background while we're cooking and just kind of having that as an option. There is going to be flowing right directly into the dining room from there. And in this living space, we're going along with that exposed beam look. The shelves that are going to be built in on the side are going to have thinner shelves themselves. They won't be as thick as pictured here, but it's going to be this really lovely wood look. The same color that is in the scullery and the pantry, that lovely green shade is going to also come in here in the built-ins. Moving on to the primary bedroom. And it's interesting. I thought it was always called a master bedroom, but I guess we've moved to primary. But yes, this is Andrew and I's bedroom, and I'm really excited about it. It's going to be our own little private oasis of feeling calm and relaxed. And the Emily's, this is a space where they pushed me as far as knowing that it's going to look good. And I tend to err on the side of neutrals, muted creams, and like, obviously the entire house cannot be that. And this is why we've hired such brilliant professionals to help us like put the things together that I never would have chosen myself, but I know together are going to look really beautiful. I did state that I didn't want a huge pieces of furniture in there other than I wanted a nice little sitting area, obviously a lovely bed, but I really dislike that massive dresser, massive oversized everything, big pieces of furniture taking up space. So we do have a few pieces, but they're going to be relatively minimalistic and it's going to be welcoming, comforting area. One of Andrew's specifications was a ceiling fan. Now, I know that native Virginians will scoff, most likely, at needing a ceiling fan, but as a native Texan, Andrew knew, especially living without it in our rental house, that it's not just the sound of the fan or the feel of the fan on your face, the movement of air. It's just something that comforts him while he sleeps. It's like something that we need. So we are getting a really cute ceiling fan.
So I kind of like designed this part of the bathroom as far as the shower tub is concerned because I always wanted this like thing I'd seen on Pinterest one time of this giant dark stone wall with this really stark white bathtub right in front of it that leads to a shower on both sides. And now I'm actually getting that. So the stone is going to be what you see here in the center pictured above what the actual picture is. And then the shower tile itself is going to be that tile on the left, which is going to have a more greenish hue to it. And then the stones on the right pictured are going to be the floor of the shower itself. To make it more of like I just wanted like a natural kind of spa-like feel, kind of sleepy, relaxy vibe. So this will be the only space in the house where we have marble. We conceded that it might be nice to have in one area, and we decided the safest area to have marble would be the primary bathroom. So we have that, as well as the darkness of the shower is going to overflow as a theme into the bathroom itself with a darker wood than you'll see in some of the main living areas, as well as apron style sinks. There will be 2 sinks, one for each of us. They are going to be decked out with all hidden drawers and electrical outlets and all kinds of stuff like that.
So here's the powder room, and something that the Emilys didn't think I was going to be on board with was the dark maroon, almost kind of like mauve. No, not mauve. It's more maroon. The deep maroon purpley vibe that they're going to be painting the storage area. I really love it. I think it's really beautiful, and I think it's going to go really nicely with the wallpaper they've chosen. I really love the circular mirror and the brass finishes on everything. I think it's going to be a really lovely powder room for all of our guests to pee and poop within. One of the spaces that Andrew is extremely excited about, and I have become really excited about, is the library. When I have my like Zen meditation time and I need to like be calm, I think about this library and sitting there on a quiet morning with a fire going and it's cold and I've got a comfy blankie and I'm surrounded by books in this really beautiful, moody area. It's going to be I would say probably the darkest, most moody area. We wanted that Beauty and the Beast vibe, especially with the ladder. I cannot wait with that. It's going to have a dark wood ceiling. One of the most important parts is going to be the color scheme here, where everything is these like really deep, beautiful tones. We're going to have a chess table and chairs. So it'll be the table itself is actually the chessboard, right? So a chess table, and we have this really lovely chess set that Andrew had gotten me a while back. That's Lord of the Rings that we finally get to put out again. Haven't had that out since we lived in California. The library is going to be just such a fun space, and it's cool because it's going to change throughout the year. When the holidays come, room, there is a Murphy bed style pull down that is obviously not a bed, it's a Murphy table. So it's going to come out from the wall and it's going to be the exact size and specifications for Andrews. Dickens Village will be out there and on display all holiday season long. The chess table will, I don't know if it'll go in another room or it'll scooch out the way, but that area will be where that is. There is a really cool upper secret lofty hangout area above the bookshelves. We're not going in thinking we're gonna put stuff in every corner of these shelves. They are adjustable shelves so that we can add more in as we grow our library book-wise over the years, because we didn't just want filler books. We want books that we actually like, either would be reading in our future or have read. So they're good conversation pieces.
My parents went to the Morgan Library in New York and sent us some pictures, and I really loved how there was some stuff behind gorgeous glass, and so I want to put all my more rare books and my first editions up there behind glass as well. And then there's a staircase that goes up 4 stories, and we're going to put a 15-foot Christmas tree there during the holidays, and it's going to have garlands all over it, and it's going to be an awesome way to get between floors.
Yes, staircases, the beautiful way to get between floors. But when the Christmas tree is not there, we're going to have a big round table that's going to have beautiful fresh flowers, and it'll still be a lovely space even when our massive tree is not there.
So that's it for the main floor. Honestly, the other floors is just a guest room and an office at the top. And I may do an episode on just the office because I'm doing a lot of design work on it. But I don't know that I'm going to do another big video like this just talking about what the house is about. So next time you see house stuff, it's going to be a lot further down the road. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, like, and subscribe. What?
Do it again.
Thanks for watching, like, and subscribe.
You go, thanks for watching, like, and subscribe.